Welcome back, everyone. Game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader, just moments away from getting rolling here as the Franklin Regional Panthers come into town to take on your Gateway Gators here on NFHS. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Vince Russo with you once again. Our crew excited to bring you what should be a great contest today with two teams representing 5A Section 3. The Panthers come in with a record of 3-9 on the season, 2-3 in section play. The Gators on the other side, 5-3, riding a 2-game winning streak. They are 2-1 in section play. Gators, one of the top 5 scoring offenses. They'll face a team in Franklin Regional that has struggled to score the basketball consistently this season. They average just 47 points a game offensively, with 62 being their high water mark on the season. Gators average 68.5 per game. So we will see what happens tonight. We'll step aside for the PA announcements and the starting lineups. We'll return after the national anthem and those starting lineups here on NFHS.
We will get right into the starting lineups. No anthem. We already played the anthem before the first game. Starting for Franklin Regional, a 6'5" sophomore, number 2, Cameron Ryle. A 6'5" senior, number 3, Caden Smith. A 6'3" senior, number 4, Nick Neuschwander. A 6'3" junior, number 23, Jake Kimmick. And a 6'8" junior, number 34, Max Levin. The assistant coaches, Dan Stromowski, Joe McGinn, Lucas Poole, and Mike Simmons. And the head coach, Jesse Reed. And now starting for your Gateway Gators, a 5'8" junior, number 2, Caleb Pryor. A 6' senior, number 12, Elijah Bruce McCorman. A 5'10" senior, number 15, Izzy McGeorge. A 6'7" senior, number 21, Ryan Gregerson. And a 6'3" senior, number 23, Will Kopka. The assistant coaches for the Gators are Ed Belly and Vern Benson, and the head coach, Albus Rogers. The officials for tonight's game, Michael Shalaheda, Gary Dixon, and Donnie Jensen.
Well, there you have it, your starting lineups for the contest tonight. Should be a dandy here on NFHS. Appreciate everyone joining us here tonight for Franklin Regional. It's Cameron Ryle, Caden Smith, Nick Neuschwander, Jake Kimmick, and Max Levin for the Gators on the other side. Got some seniors in the lineup here on senior night, but junior Jaden Carr will join them. Then you've got Elijah Bruce McCorman, Israel McGeorge, and the 2 talented regular starting seniors in Ryan Gregerson and Will Kromka. So a nice gesture there, getting all the seniors out on the floor. We'll see if they can get off to a hot start here as we are underway. Gators will come away with the possession to start. We are live here on NFHS. Caleb Pryor commands the offensive start. Kromka looking to get involved early. Some contact underneath. They'll swing it out wide. Good shot here. That one's short. Tipped out by McCorman. Both teams have 2 wins in section play. Gators 2-1, Panthers 2-3. These teams split their matchups last year. There were 2 meetings last season. Panthers won 63-54 before the Gators in turn blew them out later down the season, 61-28. No score here to start. Kromka fading away. That one trickles off the rim. Panthers, Caden Smith, ever-talented Smith. He has been the nucleus of the scoring offense, him and Rao this year for Franklin Regional. Smith with multiple 20-point efforts. He takes a tumble there. He'll draw the blocking foul. And that looks like it will get called against Caleb Pryor. It'll be his first foul, and the first foul on either team here this evening. Panthers have made the playoffs in 6 straight seasons, finished 8-8 last season before getting bumped out in the first round of the playoffs. They beat Armstrong in the prelim round and lost by 9 to perennial favorite Mars. A nice jumper there.
Ryle for 2.
And Ryle on the board. He has the game's first 2 points here. That one off the mark. Here come the Panthers the other way after the bucket underneath. Won't go for Elijah Bruce McCrommon. Now Pryor, the hesitation. He'll get the shot up. It won't go. It looks like the foul came before the shot attempt. So it'll be an inbound under the basket.
Foul, number 23, Jake Kimmick.
Jake Kimmick picking up the personal foul. Now the Panthers have their first of the evening. Pryor thought about the shot. He'll go inside to Gregerson. Gregerson a little strong on that one. Had a double-double in a loss at Penn Hills last week. Has continued to play well as the Gators have won their last 2 sets, including a win over a talented South Allegheny squad, 63-55. Off-balance jumper there, but the ball kept in play. Good take inside and then blocked away. Will Kromka says no. Now a nice feed inside, and Gregerson fouled hard underneath the bucket by Nick Neuschwander.
Nick Neuschwander.
So Gregerson will go to the line and have the opportunity to get Gateway his first points. Gregerson had 14 points and 13 rebounds last week against the Indians. Because he doesn't get the bounce there on the first. Gators in last week's contest shot just 3 of 18 for the perimeter. See if Kromka can start to put that part of his game together. He was on the watch list for many of the publications around the city, averaged over 16 points a game last season, shot 45% from 3. As we heard during the senior night introductions, he plans on trying to play at the next level, and when he heats up, you can certainly see why. Good swing pass and open look. That one short, but another good offensive rebound there. It's Smith. He'll keep it in play. They'll get it back to Rao, and Panthers will go back to work in the half court. Good turnover there, and here comes Pryor. No numbers. He'll leave it off. Good tic-tac-toe passing, and Gregerson gets it to fall.
Gregerson.
So Gregerson
George
has all 3 points to start here for the Gateway Gators. They have their first lead of the night, 3-2. Smith almost loses the handle there. Tight man defense here from the Gators. Or rather, in the zone. Saw the girls in the zone earlier, guys in the zone as well, forcing teams to try and shoot their way out. If you're just joining us, as that 3-point shot no good. Pryor able to tip that to Kromka. The Gateway Gators girls team came up with a big win earlier. They move to 2 and 3 in section play. Nice drive there, but the hook shot no good. Now that ball loose underneath. Will go
Number 11.
To the
Kid
Panthers.
Hutchison is into the Panther lineup. Number 1.
As 57-51 was the final earlier, as Marina Grado had 22 points in the win.
Number 15, Cooper Rankin.
For the second straight week, the Gateway Gators pull out an impressive performance on Tuesday night here at home on NFHS. Some substitutions now for the Gators. So get a few of their regular starters back into the contest. Jaden Carr, MJ Stevenson, as a three-point bucket there is good by Finian Hutchinson. So Hutchinson also off of the bench for the Panthers. And he'll knock down the three. Pryor thought about it again. Now he's going to drive baseline. Karamka could have let that one go out of bounds. He comes up with it. He'll take the three-point shot. That one's short. Gregerson can't come up with it. Now numbers the other way for Franklin Regional. Nice pass inside. Finish just off the mark there as Neuschwander couldn't get it to fall. Gregerson alone inside. Misses the bunny but gets his own rebound. Puts it back. And it's been a one-man show. We're knotted up at 5 with all the 5 of those points coming from Ryan Gregerson here for the Gators. Another three-point bucket or attempt here. That one off the mark, no good. Kromka comes up with the rebound. He's able to swing it quickly. That one swiped away.
Number 24,
As MJ Stevenson went up strong with that one. Bryson Pavlik now logging his first minutes of the evening. And we'll get Mikey Crawford in as well. Crawford had 18 in the win over South Allegheny. Jaden Carr had 15 and Caleb Pryor 14 as well. Balanced scoring led to that 63-55 win. Nice hesitation move there and a beautiful take by Jaden Carr. He finds the bottom of the cylinder for the first time tonight. For the first time tonight, a Gator not named Gregerson put some points on the board. Now very nearly a turnover there. Stevenson had the steal, kicked it away. And a travel there, a good call. A little movement there, a little pitter-patter of the feet for Nick Neuschwander. The Gators back out in front here with 2 minutes to play. What's been a very controlled first quarter. Neither team pushing things too much. Both teams opting to play zone here. First quarter. Panthers have one three-point bucket. Gators have yet to knock one down. Now it's Crawford banging around in the post a little bit. He finds some separation inside, absorbs the contact, and Mikey Crawford with the bucket. So now Crawford and Carr both on the board. Nice pass inside, the foul, and the bucket just won't go. As a good feed from Hutchinson inside to Max Levin.
Gator foul number 24, Bryson Pavlik.
So Pavlik picks up his first. Both teams now with 2 team fouls, and Pavlik heads to the line for his first free throws of the night. First one is up and good.
Smith back for the
Levin,
Panthers.
6'8". We don't have the weights listed on our rosters here for Franklin Regional, but suffice to say, he's got some size all the way around on the rest of the crowd in the game here tonight. See if he's able to play some bully ball in the post here as he gets both of those to go and has 2 here in the early going. Final minute of play here in the first quarter. Gregerson calling for it in the post. They'll go to him. He goes to work on Levin, and Levin gets the better of him this time. And now the Panthers wide open the other end, and a block. They'll call the foul. But Crawford says, no way are you coming into my house and throwing it down. He elevates and Probably got a little bit of his hip in there, but a beautiful effort to prevent Ryle from throwing that one down. But he'll head to the line, and that'll be the first foul on Crawford. That's another free throw good. Good performance from the charity stripe here in the opening frame for Franklin Regional. Second is good. That's now 4 points for Ryle. Now we'll see if the Gators go 2 for 1 or hold for the last shot here with 33 seconds left in the first half. Falling away, jumper there. Now fighting inside, offensive rebound and the putback no good. Initial shot from Carr there, and then MJ Stevenson with the putback will get him to the free throw line.
MJ Stevenson shooting 2.
As he tries to break the early tie. First one circles around the rim, doesn't go down.
Into the Gator lineup.
Second one rattles around and is good. First points for Stevenson tonight. The Gators, for at least the moment, have the lead once again. They'll get it into Smith. Smith with a man wide open. They'll try to get it into 11. That one's turned over. Errant pass by Hutchinson, who passed on the shot. They'll get it out. Now driving attempt, the float. That's hesitation, doesn't come up with any points, but Gators will get one more crack at it with 7.7 seconds left. As Jaden Carr unable to put that one home. Throw it into Pavlik, 6 seconds left. Crosses up Levin, gets it out wide. They'll try and drive baseline. Shot with less than a second left. It's good!
Trey Williams and the basket counts at
Trey
the
Williams able to put that one down. They will mark that as a 2-point bucket for number 3. But that will end our first quarter with a bang. The Gators get some balanced scoring. 5 different Gators getting in on the score sheet. First 5 points of that game scored by Ryan Gregerson, and they lead by 3 after 1, looking to improve upon their 5-3 mark on the season. Gators' 3 losses, including that 10-point defeat against Penn Hills last week, came by a combined 19 points. So they have been in every game that they have played. This is a team that advanced to the quarterfinals last season. They're looking to solidify their status as a bona fide contender in 5A, but they got some tough teams around them. Talk about Woodland Hills, Penn Hills getting off to an incredibly hot start. Now this Franklin Regional Club upset Penn Hills within the last few weeks. We see the talented cheer squad getting a good crowd engaged in this one. Not quite the crowd we had for Penn Hills last week, but Murraysville a little bit further of a trek than right down the hill in Penn Hills.
Number 35, Drew DeVola.
The story with the Panthers is they have fallen behind in a lot of their games and had to stage some furious comebacks led by Rowell and Smith. And they have fallen short on a few of those occasions simply by digging too deep of a hole. Speaking of number 2 and number 3 for the Panthers, if you're looking for where the scoring is likely going to come from, those are your guys. They have really carried the load for the Panthers. Rowell scored a game-high 17 in a win over Penn Trafford. Also put up 19 versus Kiski, who the Panthers will take on Friday when they travel up to Vandergrift. Smith had 20 in a loss versus Penn Trafford at 21. And a defeat at Latrobe. That was right on cue there. Smith able to get the bucket to fall. And those are his first points of the contest. He was held scoreless in that first quarter. It's a 3-point shot off the mark there for the Gators. Lead is trimmed to just 1. picks up his dribble. Neither team ever able to get that ball inside. Another errant pass, another steal here. And a foul, intentional foul, called against Franklin Regional. As MJ Stevenson had a clear path to the bucket. You saw the tug on the back of the jersey. And so for first-year head coach Jesse Reed, who took over for Steve Scorpion, getting the explanation from the sidelines. So intentional foul will result in free throws and possession back for the Gators. Stevenson again 1 for 2. He's now 2 for 4 from the line. But the Gators will get the ball back here. Try and build on an early 2-point lead. Good feed inside for Gregerson, and he gets fouled, which greatly impacts that shot attempt, which went awry. But he will head the line for the second time tonight.
Newswander, number 11, Dean Hutchison, getting ready to check in.
Gregerson sees his first attempt lift out, so lead will stay at 2. And he'll miss them both. Panthers catch a break there, that the intentional foul ultimately only leads to 1 point for the Gators. And they trail still by just 2. What's been a competitive chess match here early. Both defenses rising to the occasion. And we have a travel there as Smith with a step more than he's allotted. Good defense there by the talented senior, Will Kromka. Inez Jordan now checking in.
Getting ready to
5'9" junior guard. I'll hold off for a moment, the PA announcer says, as play resumed before they could get the substitution in here. At 6:20 left in our first half. Good take there and a good putback, but neither is able to find its way home, and then just sort of punching it in is Gregerson. And so now Gregerson up to 7 points here in the first half after a couple attempts there by Jaden Carr don't fall. Carr almost took it away there. The Gators have been tough right around half court. Max Levin returns fire at the other end. He's up to 4. The lead's back to 2. Nice cut there. MJ Stevenson just able to lay that one in off of the glass. A beautiful roll there to the bucket. Both teams starting to pick things up offensively here. Neither team giving much. Open jumper. Good, nice move there for Smith. He gets himself up to 4 points now. And a travel. Gators will give it right back. Caleb Pryor, the junior guard, turns it over.
For Franklin Regional and Jordan in for the Gators.
So we had a good contest, competitive contest in the first half of the doubleheader when the girls' teams faced off. Gateway led by as much as 15 before Franklin Regional got within 1, but they were never able to claw all the way back before falling by 7. And so far, so good here. It's a 2-point game as we near halfway through this second quarter. That 3 in and out. Nice rebound by Stevenson, and now quickly the other way, but I think we're gonna get a charge. We do. Good positioning there, and Jaden Carr picks up the foul. 4th team foul for the Gators.
That's an offensive foul on number 1, Jaden Carr.
So a heady play there by Franklin Regional, and they'll turn the Gators over once again off of the offensive foul. Open look, Rao able to knock that one down. Panthers back out in front.
For three.
Now Rao is up to 7 points here in the first half. He and Gregerson lead all scores for their respective clubs. Kromka turns, fires. Gregerson able to get it back. He's going to go up strong with it. That one's off the mark. And a timeout underneath as
Timeout, Panthers.
Cooper Rankin was getting hounded. So the sophomore getting trapped far away from his bucket. They decided to call a timeout. First timeout we've had in this one. And after the Gators opened up a 4-point lead, it's now a little bit of a run here for the Panthers that find themselves back out in front. Take a look at the standings in 5A Section 3. Penn Hills and Woodland Hills, class of the section. But Gateway right there in tow. A win tonight would nod them up with the Wolverines. They did fall to the Indians, but have not yet faced the Wolverines in section play. Penn Hills returning just one starter from a team that went to the quarterfinals last year, off to a 10-1 start. But when that one lone starter is Damar Kelly, who is receiving Division I interest and averaging near 20 points a game, going to be in position to win some games. Back in action here. Panthers looking to add on to their lead as we get closer to halftime. Smith fighting his way inside. What a tough take there for Caden Smith. He's up to 6. Now Pavlik at the other end. Gators done a good job off the dribble. They ran out of real estate there. Foul will be called as the shot wasn't going to fall for Trey Williams.
After foul, number 2, Ryan. Carr shooting 2.
So Rao picks up his first foul. That's the 6th foul. No more to give for Franklin Regional. Gators will be in the bonus for the remaining 3.5 minutes once the next foul occurs. As Carr able to knock down the first, he's up to 3 points. Next one could make this a 1-point game once again.
Kimmick back in for the Panthers.
11 checks out. Kimmick back in for the Panthers. Another missed free throw for the Gators. Been a big issue here in the first half. Is shot under 50%. They've had plenty of opportunities. They've done a good job attacking the bucket, but haven't been able to execute. And that's kept Franklin Regional in the driver's seat as that one's poked away. Good defensive play there by Mikey Crawford. Go up top to Smith, who draws the foul and puts it in. A well-designed play, just lofting that one up to Smith, who at 6'5", also has a bit of a vertical. And he went up and got that one. And he'll go to the line for an opportunity for 3 the old-fashioned way. And he'll get it. So Smith now up to 9 here in the first half. No stranger to the scoring sheet, that's for sure. Multiple 20-point plus efforts this season. Pryor gets inside. Just a little off the mark there on the scoop shot. And here come the Panthers once again. Floater, in and out. No good. Good take there. But Kemet can't get it to fall. Now the Gators down 5. Looking to try and take the lid off of that basket. They have gone cold. Now travel as Carr gets tied up. A few steps too many. We'll see MJ Stevenson check in for him, give him a breather with 2.5 left here in the first half. Very nearly a steal there. Good job by Mikey Crawford. Active hands trying to take this ball away. Cooper Rankin, a sophomore out there on the perimeter. Crawford trying to take advantage. Diving take there. That one off the mark, but Rao able to get it back and able to just sort of loft that one up and in. Nice touch there. He is also up to 9, so 18 of the 25 points coming from number 2 and number 3. And that lead has ballooned to 7 as they're on quite the run. Starting with 17-13, now a 12-1 run since then for Franklin Regional. And the Gators looking for answers down 7. Pryor thinks about the deep 3. He'll drive, creates some space, steps back. It's too strong. Pavlik with the putback, off the mark, another offensive board, and that one goes.
Stevenson!
MJ Stevenson now up to 6. Some much needed points, and now very nearly a turnover. Great effort there by Trey Williams. The ball will stay with the Panthers. 1:14 left here in half number 1. When we do reach the end of the half, we'll keep the cameras running. We will step aside for about 10 minutes before resuming play, so don't go too far. Grab a snack, use the restroom, do what you got to do, but we should have a great second half here between the Panthers and the Gators. Less than a minute to play now. Panthers not forcing the issue here, up 5. Pavlik getting a little too antsy there defensively. He's going to reach in.
Foul number 24, Bryson Pavlik.
So now both teams with 6 fouls. Any more fouls the rest of the way, we'll see free throws. Whether it be a shooting foul or a 1-and-1. Good defensive play there. Reading it well as they were trying to get that ball into the hands of Caden Smith. MJ Stevenson slaps that one away. You could hear that. That was a forceful denial. Now we'll get it into Rao. Panthers showing a lot of patience. Rao gets stopped. They'll think about the 3 and then a travel. Cooper Rankin disagrees with that body language, but official was right there next to him to make the call. And so now 30 seconds left. We'll see if the Gators decide to hold here for what might be the last shot of the half. They can get it down to as little as a 2-point deficit going into the locker room. Smith trying to take away Kromka. Pryor wide open, that 3-point shot off the mark. Kromka able to get it back. He's going to go up strong. That lips out, but he gets it back again, and he'll lay that one in. 6 seconds left. Smith on the move. Going to pull up, stops, pops, hits the 3 as time expires. Caleb Smith with the big-time bucket.
That's the end of the first half.
He'll end the half with 12. Kromka got his first bucket, but they're going to need more. Franklin Regional carries a 28-22 point lead into halftime. And it is that 2-headed monster of Rao and Smith. Rao with 9 and Smith with that 3-pointer has 12. They have 21 of the 28 points. 4 points, number 34. That is Max Levin, and a 3-point bucket came off of the hands of Finney and Hutchinson for the Gators going into halftime. It was Gregerson leading the charge with 7. Kromka had his first bucket there right before time expired. Got 2-point buckets from Trey Williams and Mikey Crawford, and 3 points as well from Jaden Carr to go along with 6 points from MJ Stevenson. That's your scoring recap. Cheerleaders have taken the court, so we'll step aside for the next 9 minutes and 10 seconds. And when that ends, we will be right back with more action here between the Panthers and the Gators on NFHS. with that buzzer, we are ready to start half number 2 here at Gateway High School. Thank you everyone for sticking around this evening. Leg number 2 of what's been a great doubleheader. Gateway girls won earlier 57-51 over Franklin Regional, and now the guys look to try and claw out of a 6-point hole. Caden Smith with a big 3 before the half to make it 28-22. Will Kromka got his first bucket in the waning seconds. And we're back underway here on an FHS. I'm Vince Russo. Thank you all for joining us here this evening as the Gators take on the Panthers. Both teams with 2 wins in section play, both trying to solidify their footing as playoff potentials. Kromka turns. He is audibly frustrated. He claps his hands there, unable to get that opening shot to fall. As it was Smith and Roll with 21 of the 28 points for Franklin Regional, helping them jump out in that second quarter to a nice lead. It's 12-9 after 1. And then a 19-point second quarter for Franklin Regional. Outscored Gateway 19-10. Turned a 3-point deficit into a 6-point lead. Need a timeout now. Will Kromka being tended to. Not sure if that's a medical or equipment issue, maybe a little blood. They'll get him cleaned up and back into this contest. So the Gators will be without him here as they try to find a little footing here offensively. They average almost 69 points a game, but just 22 in that first half. As they struggle to knock down shots and get the ball inside, they'll go to Gregerson here. He's doubled. And it looks like when Smith touched the ball when it was in Gregerson's hands and ripped it away momentarily, Smith was out of bounds. So good call there. The ball will stay with the Gators in their home white uniforms. Black numerals and gold trim. Franklin Regional, the navy blue with the Vegas gold numerals and trim. Shot there off of the mark. Pryor can't get it to fall. And now that one's poked away. A nice pass inside. Defense turns to offense. Caleb Pryor pokes it away right into the hands of Mikey Crawford, who dishes it right back to him. Big 2 points there. Those are our first of the half. Lead down to 4. Tough take inside. Levin able, though, to clean it up with the offensive rebound. And so Levin now with 6 points. The lead is also at 6 points for Franklin Regional. Pryor holds from 3. The heat check is good. And now he's got a quick 5 points. And the Gators could use a little more of that. No one has really jumped out and taken this game over. Smith and Rowe on the other side certainly have done their job. A steal there. No foul call. Ball thrown away. And now it's taken away once again. Now it's MJ Stevenson. Numbers the other way. Pryor thought about it. He'll swing it. And the Gators will go to work. Mid-range jump shot. Misses everything, but the Gators will keep it in. Nice hustle there by Mikey Crawford. MJ Stevenson with it now. Pryor thought about it. Near the logo at half court. Good take inside, and it falls. A great take there by Mikey Crawford. He gets that one to go.
Mikey Crawford.
Crawford now with 4, and his free throw here could bring this one back to a tie. 6 straight points for the Gateway Gators.
Newswander.
Couple substitutions, including Will Kromka, who will enter back into the game. Good to see him shaking off whatever that quick issue was. Now Crawford's free throw is good. And so we are tied up once again. A great game we've had thus far as we are within a minute of getting halfway through the third quarter already. This one moving along fast. The scoop there off the mark by Smith. Not a whole lot of stoppages in play. Just one foul thus far for either team. Pryor, again, thought about pulling the trigger there. Used his better judgment with a defender in his face. No shot clock here in high school, so Pryor can hang on to it as long as he pleases now. A little bit of separation and a nice block there by Rao. Comes around, swats that one away, as it looked like for just a moment that Jaden Carr had some separation there. Quick inbound. There's a nice tough take there, contorting his body and laying that one up off of the glass. Crawford now with 7 points. Franklin Regional has switched to man defense, and the Gators seem, for at least the time being, to have that figured out.
Timeout, Panthers.
The Panthers will take a timeout here as they saw a 6-point lead turn into a 2-point deficit in relatively short order. As the Gators back out in front. Again, can't understate the importance of this contest for both of these teams. Panthers at 2-3, Gators at 2-1. A win for Gateway, as we see once again, puts them in lockstep with Woodland Hills and keeps them within earshot of a very talented Penn Hills team. For Franklin Regional, you don't want to start falling into 2-4 territory down there with McKeesport, Latrobe. 3-3, even though these other teams have some games left to play, it keeps you in that conversation. Again, top 4 teams will advance to the postseason. Certainly both of these teams looking to renew their playoff passports. They both made it last season, although last season was the open tournament, but for Franklin Regional, they've made it 6 straight years. Now they'll try to do it for the first time under the direction of Jesse Reed, who took over for Steve Scorpion as the head coach for the Panthers. On the other side, Alvis Rogers wants to see his team get back to the quarterfinals and hopefully go a little further, as that's where they fell last season. Big 3-point bucket there, as they just plumb forgot about Rao. And he'll knock that one down. 3-point bucket gets him into double figures with 12 now. That's where him and Smith stand. Kromka going to go to work against Smith. He turns, falling away, and he just has not been able to get any of those to fall, but a nice putback there by MJ Stevenson, and he lets them know, pumped up, pounding his chest after that 2-point bucket to put the Gators back out in front. Back and forth we go. No shortage of lead changes. Tie ball game here. Right now it's the Gators by 1. Good pressure there by Kromka. Now they double Smith. Carr tried to take that one away. Smith, good handles. Just as I say that, it's taken away. And there'll be a foul called against Roll. That's probably a best case scenario. The two players got their feet tangled up because not only was Crawford headed to the basket with no one inside, he had MJ Stevenson right in tow with him. Instead, it'll simply be an inbound. I'll get it to Kromka. We'll get it to Pryor. Kromka loses it now, but he'll get it back. It'll be a tied ball. Rogers tried to call the timeout. Now Kromka looked like he might have taken a knee around his stomach, but he gets up quickly. He's all right. Possession arrow goes toward the Panthers, so they will have the ball, able to turn over Kromka and company, who is still held to just 2 points here. getting called out by the officials for, I don't know, trash talking, taunting, but he made the gesture like a sock puppet, and he'll get teed up. So for as great as Caden Smith has been tonight, the senior lets the game get the best of him there. Took the trash talk just a little too far. He'll pick up a technical foul.
Technical foul on number 3, Caden Smith.
Now that's just the first foul on Smith. That's the good news. Bad news is that, well, not for Gators fans, but for the Panthers, it puts Pryor at the line, and he doesn't miss often. So the Gators able to take advantage. Pryor now up to 7 points, and they'll get the ball back as well after the Panthers had turned over Kromka and tied him up. The trash talk and the technical by Smith will give the ball right back to the Gators and expand that lead to 3 here as we head toward just north of 2 minutes here in the third quarter. They'll dish it out to Kromka. Kromka hits. Boy, you felt like he was due. Shot 45% from 3 last season. Finally gets his first one to go in this contest. He has 5 now, and the lead is up to 6. Roll with a nice spin move there. He cut to the basket, wanted that ball back. Rankin couldn't get it to him. Now they get it to Smith. Smith gets it poked away, but he's fouled. Mikey Crawford going to take the personal on that one. That'll be the first personal foul on the Gators here in half number 2.
Gators foul number 4, Mikey Crawford.
Officials haven't called all that much. Both teams playing relatively disciplined. Smith fakes the pass. Panthers now looking for answers. Game of runs here in the second half. Ball taken away. Carr going to absorb the contact.
Carr for 2.
He bullies his way inside. Jaden Carr, a great take there to shoulder that ball. Hesitate in the air, sort of just hang there and lay it up off the glass. The Gators creating a little bit of separation now, up 8. Momentum was already trending the Gators' way. That technical foul starting to snowball things a little bit. See if the Panthers can't stem the tide, or can the Gators keep it rolling here? Less than a minute left to play here in quarter number 3. Another turnover. The Gators have done a phenomenal job of poking the ball loose from the ball handlers for the Panthers without committing reach-in fouls. Another one there. Got away from Rankin, and as he tried to corral it, stepped out of bounds. And so now, once again, Gators get an opportunity for perhaps the last shot here. Quarter number 3. Pryor thought about it. He'll go into Kromka. Kromka creates space, lays that one up. He's going to get called for over the back there. So his frustrations continue. Did knock down the 3-point bucket moments ago, but now picks up his first foul, just the second team foul for the Gators here in the second half. So now 14 seconds left. For Caden Smith and company. Good pass, he'll get an open look. Rims out. Gators heave it after the clock expires. Was well short anyway. So it's 41-33 at the end of quarter number 3. And a dominant quarter. Franklin Regional with 19 in the second. Gators said no problem. We see your 19 and we will match you. They outscore Franklin Regional 19-5 to turn a 6-point deficit into an 8-point lead. Nice job there by the Gateway Gators cheer squad. They got recognized for Senior Day at halftime. We'll keep the fun times rolling here at Gateway as we continue on with winter sports. We've got a lot more basketball action to come, and that'll bleed into the spring. So we will be back here on February 1st for a doubleheader against the Woodland Hills Wolverines. And their girls team is rolling. They're toward the top of their respective section. The boys team 3-1. Gators trying to match that mark with a win here tonight. So it'll be another game with very high stakes. And we'll have all the action here for you on NFHS. A little bit too much contact there. Mikey Crawford going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his third.
Gators foul, number 4, Crawford.
So Crawford and Bryson Pavlik are the two Gators in foul trouble with 3 or more. Pavlik also with 3, as he has just entered back onto the court and is logging his first minutes of the second half after picking up all 3 fouls in the first half. Pavlik, certainly another threat from the perimeter, and here's a 3-point shot. That one's gonna go. MJ Stevenson.
For 3.
He's into double figures now with 11, and the lead is 11. Gators are rolling. They've scored 22 out of the last 27 points here in this second half. 3-point shot, trying to get something going. Pavlik wisely lets that go as the Gators have put the lid on Caden Smith here in half number 2. He is stuck at 12 points, and even Rowell only has 3. That two-headed monster gonna need yet another big fourth quarter here. They're certainly capable. Kromka with a nice take inside, hesitates and gets the foul call at the end. Looks like that's gonna be on Nick Neuschwander.
Panther foul, number 4, Nick Neuschwander.
Neuschlander, excuse me, will foul out of this one. So he ends his evening scoreless. And he is done for the evening, prohibited by those 5 fouls. He is fouled out. And now Kromka goes to the line, trying to build on an 11-point lead here for the Gators with 6:44 left in regulation. See if the charity stripe starts to heat Kromka up a little bit. Known for his shooting prowess, he has just 5 points so far tonight. Has missed a couple open looks. Has majorly trying to drive the ball inside. He's up. Nice feed inside to Rowell, and Kromka thought he had that block. He doesn't like that call, and it really did look like he got ball on that one, but nonetheless, Kromka going to pick up his second.
Number 2.
That will send Rowell to the line.
Shooting 2.
Wow, can't get it to go at that first to 2, and the Panthers have just gone ice cold here. And another miss, 0 for 2. Floater, that one's gonna be well short, an awkward shot there, and now they get the ball back up. Rowell's gonna start it back the other way. They got a man in transition, that ball's gonna get away. And a costly turnover for Franklin Regional, and things have just gone off the rails offensively for the Panthers. They led 30-24, and they have been outscored 22-3 since taking that 6-point lead. Just a dominant second half here thus far for the Gators, and they've put themselves in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can't get across the finish line first here. 6 minutes to play here at Gateway High School. Nice drive by Carr. He absorbs the contact. He gets tossed down hard to the hardwood. He is all right. He'll play on.
Panther foul number 2, Ryan. Carr at the line for 2.
So Carr with 2 shots. First one is good. Two for 2 from the line for number 1, and Jaden Carr now has 7 points. Gators have gotten some balanced scoring as Gregerson able to swat that one away. He's been quiet since the first quarter on the score sheet, but he's limited 6-8-11 to just 4 points. Get it cross court to Pavlik. He'll pull the trigger, and a couple perimeter shots no good. As the Gators, hearing from Alvis Rogers, make them work. There's no sense in pushing things here with the Gators up 15 with 5 minutes to play. Coach Rogers wants his team to pull that ball out and eat away at the clock. No shot clock here in high school. As the Gators have 6 scorers that have at least 6 points in this game. Very balanced scoring. Pryor has been a big catalyst for this squad. He's into double figures now with 10, and the lead has ballooned all the way to 18. 25-3 run. Excuse me, 27-3 run for the Gators. Again, Gregerson able to impact that shot. We'll see if defense turns into offense here. They'll get it to the corner. Wide open 3. It's good.
Stevenson.
MJ Stevenson. Give him 3 more.
Timeout.
He now leads all scorers with 14 points in the contest, and the Gators are up 21 points as they seem to have all the answers, and I'm not sure Franklin Regional was even given the test. This one's turning into a blowout. You look down the list, some balanced scoring here. We just talked about Stevenson with 14 points. You got Pryor with 10. 7 points apiece for Gregerson and for Komka. Got another 8 points from Mikey Crawford. Jaden Carr with 7, and then, not to be forgotten, a couple points from Trey Williams as well. 6-foot junior chipping in a few in what has become a lopsided effort here on the other side. Just a combined 3 points for the dynamic duo of Caden Smith and his partner in crime, Cameron Rao. And that's just not going to cut the mustard. They don't have that secondary scoring. The Gators have done a good job of trying to take away the things that work well for Franklin Regional. 4:22 left. We're back in it here on NFHS. Gateway looking for the doubleheader sweep after last week here on NFHS. The girls won against Penn Hills, but the guys came up short against an incredibly talented Indian squad. Smith going to drive inside. He's begging for the call, but a clean block there. As the paint has really become a no-fly zone. For the Panthers. Pavlik going to pick up his 4th. He's likely going to have to head to the bench. It's drawing the foul there was Cooper Rankin, 5'9" sophomore. So we'll see if they keep Pavlik in. a super deep bench for the Gators compared to Franklin Regional, who has an entire battalion on their bench. As Pryor gets hit hard. We'll see if he is all right. He's still down on the court as a finish. Two players collided hard. I think it was Smith and Pryor looked like he took the worst of it. 2-point bucket there for MJ Stevenson. Puts him up to 16, but that's only of secondary concern. Caleb Pryor took quite a shot. Did the smart thing by not getting up, staying down and allowing trainers to tend to him. He is wincing in pain, but moving and responsive toward trainers. You hope there's no concussion or any sort of head injury of that sort. Hopefully just a jarring hit. With 3:34 on this one, pretty close to in hand. Likely see his night come to a close. 10 points and a number of steals. He's been a catalyst in this stellar effort thus far by the Gators, as he is responsive and alert over on the bench and walks off under his own power, which we are obviously very happy to see. So again, while they tend to Pryor, I want to remind everyone, February 1st, that's when we'll be back in action. We'll have a brief hiatus next week, and then we'll have a doubleheader once again as the Gators take on the Wolverines. Should be some more good basketball here on the hardwood. Gators, in all likelihood, staring down a 6-3 record, a 3-1 start in conference play, and just the lone blemish against Penn Hills, a game that they were very much in until the end, and there were some made free throws at the end, certainly closer than the 10 points might indicate. The Gators led that game in the fourth quarter. So we shall see. Now with 3:34 left in this one, see some seniors taking to the court. Kromka and Gregerson will stay in, but we'll get the return of Elijah Bruce McCrommon, among others. Corner jumper no good. Gregerson flings that out, but they're going to get another good look from three. Now McCrommon comes away with a rebound. Vito Campolo also in for the Gators, wearing number 10. And we'll also see senior Israel McGeorge check back in for the Gators. So I don't think the clock has been running.
Gator foul, number 10, Vito Campolo.
We're still stuck at 3:34. Our clock says 3:09 and has been running, but the clock, well, actually one of the two scoreboards is running, the other is not. You can take a guess at which one I was looking at, but we are down to the final 3 minutes here. On senior night, Gators gonna get the win. So get it into 11. He spins, and Gregerson with another big block, or rather that's Kromka. With the way they've played defense tonight, they are one and the same. They have been tenacious in the post. Kromka gonna try and do it himself. He'll dish it. No rush here offensively. Certainly would be fun to see some seniors take some shots. But I'm sure Coach Rogers not dying to see his team take a bunch of shots here with this one well in hand. Just let that clock roll. Kromka falling away, just a bit too strong on that one. Bounces off of the hands of Jake Kimmick. And the officials have finally figured out that one of the scoreboards was not working. So they'll take a quick second to rectify that. Luckily, the other one has been working, no problem. And both of the clocks over top of the buckets have been working. So 3 out of 4 is not bad, but officials would much rather see that be a clean 4 for 4. This gives a few seniors a little bit more time on the court, a little bit more recognition. Now get it into Kromka. Picks up his dribble. Now driving in, looking for options. No double dribble there. As McGeorge gave it off to McCrommon. So they never did get that scoreboard working again, but the other three are, and we are at 2 minutes. The Gators move to 3-1. Got a lot of tough games ahead, got good teams in their section. As a three-point shot here, just a bit too strong. There's Elijah Bruce McCommon looking for the bucket there. Gators were held under their season average offensively. But my goodness, what a second half. Just completely shutting down and honestly very nearly shutting out Franklin Regional. I'll get it into 11. He'll take it himself and draw the foul against Gregerson. For Gregerson, that's just his first personal foul. Just the fifth. Both of these teams have kept their noses pretty clean tonight, other than Pavlik picking up 4 for the Gators. And on the other end, Finian Hutchinson fouling out. Levin knocks down first of 2 free throws. He's 2 for 2 now, 3 for 3 from the line. He has 7 points. He's really been the only supplemental scoring other than Smith and Rowell, as he knocks down both and climbs up to 8. Other than that, you have 1 3-point shot from Hutchinson, who is still in the game. He was not the player to foul out for Franklin Regional. It's a timeout here with 1:24 left in this one. A slight delay of the inevitable, which is a Gators win and a Gators sweep here on our NFHS doubleheader.
Please stay off the court after the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
So the Gators now with 2 straight blowouts over Franklin Regional. These teams split their matchups last season. Panthers took the first, 63-54, but then it was all Gateway later in the season, 61-28. So the Gators, who again have lost 3 contests by a combined 19 points, have been in every game they've played and look the part of a team that certainly has some pieces to make some waves in 5A. Certainly a deep classification with a lot of really good teams. Laurel Highlands and Rodney Gallagher, certainly the team that a lot of people keep their eye on, but Chartiers Valley, Mars every year that seems to be incredibly competitive. Certainly at this point, at a 10-1 record, you can't count out Damar Kelly and Penn Hills. But the Gators gave them a game. And on a good night, they can get up and down the court. Here come the Panthers in transition. They'll get it in and out quickly. A couple more substitutions in there. Colin Maston in the game, as well as number 35, Drew DeVola, the 6'1 freshman. Now a deep perimeter shot taken. Now it's Hutchinson, who nailed a 3-ball early in the game.
And here come the seniors off the court for the Gators.
And a nice applause for the seniors who have given back to this program and given a lot of exciting memories, certainly led by the ever-talented William Kromka. A few others in those ranks. Israel McGeorge, Elijah Bruce McCrommon, Ryan Gregerson 4 solid basketball players. Will certainly be missed. Let's see if they can turn this last season into something special as a turnover here. Carr going to stop and pop from 3. That one's short. So Franklin Regional gets it back. Nope, Carr is going to steal that one away, lay it up and in.
Carr for 2.
And now Carr up to 9 points on the evening as he gets a few more minutes with the seniors out. Franklin Regional almost keeping that one in. Nice hustle there along the baseline to try and keep that one. It was Jalen Russell, a 5'10 junior, getting some time here at the end of this one. Carr just gets held from behind, just getting both hands and just sort of hanging on for dear life was Hutchinson. Pavlik back out on the court, as well as both of the Michaels, MJ Stevenson and Mikey Crawford. And so while there's a couple seniors leaving this program that have a ton of talent, you've got a junior class that is as exciting, athletic, and talented as any you're going to find in 5A. And as the final few seconds tick away, they will move to 6-3 on the season, and more importantly, 3-1 in section play.
Tonight's game with the final score: Gateway 58 and Franklin Regional 35.
So that will do it for us here at Gateway High School. A doubleheader in the books and 2 wins for the home team. Girls team comes out on top 57-51, while the boys put the clamp down and win 56-33. Thank you so much to all of our crew, both of our Lees and Renee Schaefer, putting together a quality broadcast tonight. I'm Vince Russo. It's just been fun to be here with you. And we'll do it again on February 1st as the Gators take on the Wolverines here at Gateway High School. But until then, one more time, signing off for our entire crew, I'm Vince Russo. This has been a production on NFHS. Good night.